Donc, bon après-midi à tous. Si vous venez de vous joindre à nous, si vous vous joignez sur des vidéos de YouTube, vous allez peut-être avoir besoin pour la pratique de ce soir des blocs, pour la partie Yang. Not necessary, remember, but if you have at home, they can be quite helpful. Puis pour votre pratique de Yin, si vous voulez utiliser couverture, some blankets, some pillows, whatever you need for your Yin practice, just make sure you have everything you need around you. Welcome to Yin Yang practice. My name's Krystina, if we haven't already met. And this class is about blending both practices together, so Yin and Yang. Blending both practices together is basically we get the benefits of both, of a heating, kind of energizing practice from our Yang, which will be Hatha, sometimes Vinyasa based, and I'm going to work with tips and tricks to help you guys in your regular Vinyasa classes like binds and sometimes a little bit more complicated poses. And then the second part of class will always be a little bit more of a Yin practice. So we'll keep that essential of cold moon practice, cooling and calming, where we hold the poses a bit longer. And then doing these two types of practice, it kind of presents us with an obvious duality that we kind of need a bit of everything in life, right? We need salt and pepper, sun and moon, yin and yang to feel balance on the inside. So in this practice, I just invite you to understand and maybe become a little bit more aware of the stillness when we are moving in our Yang, and also become aware, maybe subtly, of the movement when we are holding our poses in the Yin practice. So let's go ahead and get started with a nice little meditation. Trouvez-vous une position confortable, assise, soit sur les genoux, les talons, pardon, ou assis sur les fessiers en Sukhasana. Let your hands rest down onto your thighs wherever it feels most comfortable and start to get heavy in your lower body. Let the knees fall towards the ground. Even if they don't touch, let them go. Relâchez les cuisses. And then let your body sink in to the mat, sink into the ground. Melt right here. And try to get your torso to be a little bit less forward, so less in the future, less in the past behind. Try to get your torso, your spine nice and centered, like a string lifting the crown of your head up towards the sky. Send a nice inhale and squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, as you let it go out of your mouth, drop the shoulders down. Encore comme ça, une longue inspiration, les épaules vers les oreilles. Expirez, relâchez par la bouche. And do one more good one, side out, let it go. Nice long inhale. Let something go. And just with your eyes closed here, come to observe your breath. Témoignez votre souffle, sans rien changer. Start to see how it is, short, quick, shallow or deep. All good answers, but let's take a few breaths right here, a few moments to assess how we feel, to notice how we're breathing. Releasing everything that you need to do later and what came before, leave it at the door, away from your yoga mat. And come into total presence, right here, right now, following your breath. And release your tongue. Relâchez votre mâchoire un peu. We'll come into some pranayama breathing. You can keep your eyes closed for this part, but you're going to use your ring finger of your right hand to block your left nostril and leave the right nostril open. Take a nice long inhale through the right nostril. Now block your right nostril with your thumb and exhale out of the left. And let's repeat that. Block the left, inhale right, block right, exhale left. Continuez comme ça. Bloquez la narine gauche, inspirez par la droite. Bloquez la narine droite, expirez par la gauche. Go ahead and keep going like that for a little bit. We'll do this breath work for about 1 minute. And this is called Surya Pranayama. So our right nostril is a nostril, the flow, the side of our body that's connected to the sun, generating heat, waking us up. So doing this breath here, we're kind of clearing that passage, waking up our bigger, better breath, our fire in our belly to help us with practice. Inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. About 1 more minute. Dans la pratique de Yin Yang, en faisant des exercices de respiration comme vous le faites en ce moment, ça va vous permettre de retrouver peut-être un petit peu plus de potentiel dans vos poses, dans vos flows, de réchauffer votre souffle au lieu de passer un petit peu d'un souffle rapide à un souffle profond. And release your hands by your side. Let's take a couple of deep breaths right here. Inhaling a little bit longer and following that exhale all the way to empty. And today our yang part of class, as you're watching your breath, I'll tell you a bit about it, will be sun salutations. And in our yang practice, whether it be vinyasa or hatha power, it's sun salutations basically do what the yang practice is supposed to do. They heat us, they align us, and they strengthen our body. So today we're going to go from modify to slow to fast moving sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. We'll add some lunges, some balancing poses in there. Make it a little bit of a flow, get that fire going and that heat going. So we're ready to cool down for Yin. On your next inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Breathe as you move. Palms touch, exhale, bring the hands in towards your heart. Finishing the exhale when your hands reach your heart. 2 autres fois, comme ça, une longue inspiration, ouvrez les bras, étirez-vous vers le haut. Les paumes se touchent, expirez, ramenez les mains au cœur. 1 more right here, inhale. Exhale, hands come to heart. Press the palms together and lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Think of leading with your heart. Take a moment right here if you wish you have an intention for your practice, your day, your week. And we can open up to the sound of 1 Om. Sing along with me or in your head. Inhale to Om. Je vous souhaite une super belle pratique. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, remove any props out of the way, make your way into a tabletop position. Swaying back and forth and aligning your hands and knees at the right spot. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Whatever is more comfortable for you to have, either toes curled, maybe feet flat on the ground. It doesn't matter, just whatever feels comfy. Swaying back and forth as you bring yourself into stillness, and we're gonna set up this pose right here, thinking about the weight distributed in our hands. When we move through vinyasa and sun salutation, we bring a lot of weight onto our hands. So the rule of thumb is bring most of your weight into your thumb and index fingers and press them into the ground. And bring your awareness to all your fingertips and bring some weight into your fingertips, almost as if you're gripping the mat. Press your knuckles into the ground, and the same thing with the base of your palms, and think about your palms as suction cups. You want to kind of lift them off the ground. Let's evenly distribute weight into both of your hands, so as you're flowing here, you're flowing safely and protecting your wrists. I'll remind you as we practice, that's the general rule of thumb. Take an inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart up towards the sky, and look up, cow spine. Exhale, bring the belly in, round the shoulders, drop the head. Move as slow or as fast as your breath goes. Inspirez, arquez le dos, regardez vers le haut, le dos de la vache. Expirez le ventre vers le nombril. Pardon, vers le dos. Arrondissez les épaules. Relâchez la tête. About 3 or 4 rounds here. Inhaling, waking up that better breath, that fuller breath. And as you exhale, exhaling all the way to empty and readjusting your hands to find that nice equal weight. Let's do one more all together. Inhale. And exhale. All right, amazing. Inhale, come back to center. And then as you exhale, you're going to extend your right leg back. And I want you to imagine on your lower back, a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever you like, and you can't let it drop. So think about pressing your foot against an imaginary wall and bringing your navel up towards your spine. Squeeze the thighs together as if you needed to hold a block. And right here with control, reach the left arm forward without dropping that water bottle on your back. Take an inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the elbow, navel towards spine. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. And last one here, inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow towards knee. You're going to drop the left hand onto the ground, and you're going to extend the right leg back and pivot the whole foot on the ground like when you're on a warrior 2 foot. You can curl the toes of your right foot in. Left hand is going to stay underneath your left shoulder. Bring that right hand onto your right hip for gate pose. Press that right foot into the ground. And same thing with your hand here. Thumb and index, press the knuckles down and lift the palms. You can option here to reach the right arm up and extend it above your head. Stretch the side of your body. Let's do 2 or 3 breaths right here. Inhaling all the way to the top. And exhale, strengthen your pose. Squeeze the thighs together. Reach your fingertips. Shoulders soft, heart lifts. Inhale. Full exhale right here. Follow that exhale. Feel your belly clench at the end. Inhale, bring the right hand down, right knee where it was. Exhale, readjust. Inhale, extend the left leg back this time. Expirez, restez ici, nombril vers la colonne. La jambe gauche, elle est active. Étirez le bras droit vers l'avant, inspirez. Sans arquer le bas du dos, expirez, ramenez le genou vers le coude. Encore 2 fois, inspirez, allongez. Expirez vers le centre. Une dernière fois, inspirez, allongez. Expirez vers le centre. Déposez la main droite au sol cette fois-ci. Allongez la jambe gauche vers l'arrière, puis pivotez le pied au sol. Cette fois-ci, vous allez vous tourner vers la gauche. Donc, je ferai face dos à vous. Le genou droit au sol. Le pied gauche fermement au sol. Vous pouvez soulever le bras droit vers le ciel sur une inspiration. Expirez, allongez le bras gauche par-dessus la tête. And obviously, if you're extending the left arm above your head or shoulder, there's no pain there in the shoulder. And if there is, just bend the elbow. 2 respirations ici. Continuez à presser fermement le pied gauche au sol, puis allongez la couronne de la tête vers l'avant de votre tapis. Dernière inspiration. Puis expirez ici. Inhale, bring the hand and knee back towards the ground in your tabletop. Exhale, curl your toes, lift up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. It could be your first down dog of the week, of the day, in a little bit, so go ahead and pedal your feet out. Vous pouvez secouer la tête, faire oui, non, bouger les hanches de gauche à droite. Always taking a little bit of time here just to adjust. Let's go ahead and bring stillness into our down dog with a little bit of a bend in the knees and lift your heels off the ground for a moment. And let's adjust our hands about shoulder width apart. Sometimes wider can be more comfortable. Bring the weight in the thumb and index. Press the fingertips on the ground and the base of the palms into the ground as you lift the palms up. From here, with your knees bent, press into the ground, straighten your arms, and push the hips up towards the sky. And from here, you can straighten your knees, bringing the thighs towards the back and the heels in direction of the ground. It's always an option to have the heels on the ground, doesn't need to. All you're looking to have is an upside down V shape. Take an inhale and lift that right leg up towards the sky. And exhale, bend that leg and open up the hip towards the left. So your right heel is kind of opening up towards your bum. Bring your awareness into both of your hands, equal weight here, and stretch your side body. One inhale, long exhale. Inhale, straighten that right leg back. Exhale, right foot onto the floor. On change de côté tout de suite. Inspirez, soulevez la jambe gauche, cette fois-ci vers le haut. Expirez, pliez la jambe gauche, puis ouvrez la hanche vers la gauche. Le poids égal entre les deux mains. Respiration fluide et complète. Inspirez, redressez la jambe droite. Expirez, les deux pieds au sol. Strong arms, strong lower body. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, like that. Inhale, strong plank. Exhale, squeeze the thighs, navel up and back. Press into your legs, or your hands, excuse me. Come back into down dog. One more time like that. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's come into a modified flow. Inhale to plank. Exhale, drop the knees down. Let's stay here on the inhale. Activate the belly. Stretch the heart forward. And then on your exhale, you're going to pull your elbows back, squeeze them in as you come down all the way towards the ground. Press the feet into the ground, extend the crown forward, and inhale, lift your heart up for baby cobra, long spine. Exhale, come through your knees, curl your toes, downward facing dog. Moving from modified to full Surya Namaskar will warm everything else up, but it'll also make you understand the role of each muscle in every one of these poses. Come back one more time. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, squeeze the elbows in, and come down for 3, 2, 1. Feet into the ground. Inhale into your baby cobra. Exhale, come through your knees, curl your toes, downward facing dog. One inhale right here. Let it go out of your mouth. Look forward towards your hands. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your legs, step your right leg forward, and then your left. Step, step. Halfway lift on your inhale. This is where you have your blocks. It could be useful here. If you don't, place your hands onto your shins and think of bringing the crown of your head towards the front and reaching your bum towards the back. Inhale in your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward towards the ground. Bend the knees as you need. Arms come up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart, Tadasana. This is a pose right here. And as your hands come to heart, dig your heels into the ground and grow your spine tall. Press the hands together, take a nice inhale. Exhale, out of the mouth, release your arms. Take a few breaths right here, maybe feeling a little bit warmer as you're flowing. Thinking of always your lower body, so from the hips down, totally strong. Pressing the four corners of your feet into the ground, thighs squeezed together, and the whole time of your Surya Namaskar, of your sun salutation, your thighs are squeezing towards one another, keeping your lower body nice and strong. And from the hips up, you're always growing. Feel that in your body right now. With your eyes closed or staring straight ahead, go ahead and do 3 rounds of deep breathing. Relax the muscles in your face, your tongue and jaw. And here we go. We'll take it slow on this modified sun salutation. Inhale, reach the arms up for 3. Breathe for 2, 1. Exhale, fold forward for 3, 2, and 1. Halfway lift. 3, 2, 1. Fold down. Exhale. Step the right leg back and then the left. 3 into plank. 2, 1. From your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, drop the knees and come down all the way to the ground for 3. Squeeze the elbows in. 2, 1. Feet onto the ground. Inhale, lift the heart. Baby cobra. 3, 2, 1. Through your knees, curl your toes. Exhale into downward dog. The count of 3, 2, and 1. 3 breaths right here. And it's never a mistake to need to readjust your down dog. Our bodies are not all made the same. Sometimes from plank to down dog, we need to move the hands or the feet a little bit. That's okay. Inhale, lift the heels up, look forward. Exhale, bend your legs, step the left foot forward, and then the right. For the count of 3, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale for the count of 3 and fold forward. And reach the arms up for the count of 3. Inhale. Hands come to heart for the count of 3. Exhale, mountain pose. Strong lower body, growing upper body. Here we go again. Inhale, soulevez les bras. Expirez, plongez vers le sol, pliez les jambes au besoin. Inspirez à demi remonter, allongez le dos. Expirez les mains au sol, reculez la jambe gauche, ensuite la jambe droite pour votre planche. Inspirez ici. Expirez, déposez les genoux, pliez les coudes, descendez tranquillement. Les jambes fortes. Inspirez pour votre bébé cobra. Expirez, passez par les genoux, retroussez les orteils. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. 3 respirations. Readjusting the weight in your hands, reminding yourself about the thumb and index. Lift the arches. Inspirez, regardez vers les mains, soulevez les talons. Expirez, pliez les jambes, marchez le pied droit en avant, ensuite le pied gauche, step, step. Inspirez à demi remonter. Expirez, replongez. Inspirez, soulevez les bras. Expirez les mains au cœur. All right, we'll do one more round. I'll guide simply the breaths and movement. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let this be a moving meditation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step right leg back, then left into plank. Inhale, strong plank. Exhale, drop the knees, lower down slowly. Inhale for your baby cobra, lift the heart. Exhale, come through your knees, curl the toes, downward dog. And as we move through the sun salutation, we'll do about 12 to 15 rounds. They bring us into a nice state of kind of meditation, a little bit of a trance, which will prepare you nicely to enjoy your yin poses a lot more. Go ahead and inhale, lift the heels, look forward. Exhale, bend the legs, step left foot forward, then right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands come towards your heart. And dig your heels into the ground, inhale. Exhale, squeeze thighs together. Bringing all your weight into your right foot. On your next inhale, lift your left leg up. And we're gonna come into tree pose, but instead of using your hands, we're gonna use our hamstring muscles. So go ahead and open your left knee towards the left. And without using your hands, come place your foot anywhere inside of your leg. So without using your hands, you're using your hamstring muscles even more, helping you strengthen. Pressing the left foot inside of the right leg, squeeze them together as you make your tree trunk nice and strong. Option here to stay with the hands at your heart or lift your arms up towards the sky. Both the left foot and the right leg are pressing into one another. And broaden your left thigh. Give you a little bit more room for a nice stretch. Grow your heart a little bit taller. Bring your hands back towards your heart on the inhale. And exhale, bring that left knee forward. And drop that left foot next to the right and moving right away to the next side. Lifting the right leg up, inhale. Sur l'expiration, ouvrez la jambe droite vers la droite. Sans utiliser votre main, venez placer le pied à l'intérieur de la jambe. Même si c'est plus bas que d'habitude, je veux que vous essayez d'utiliser les muscles des ischio-jambiers. Pressez la jambe puis le pied ensemble. Puis option ici, ça va être d'attraper les coudes opposés à l'arrière. So a little option here to grab opposite elbows here just to open up the heart. Take some deep breaths. Lift those shoulders back. Reach that heart up. Ramenez les mains vers le cœur. Ramenez le genou droit vers l'avant. Déposez les deux pieds au sol. Right away, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, right leg, then left into your plank. All right, so we had the modified flow. I'm going to keep you a little bit into your plank. The second option that we have here is chaturanga, but on the knees. So we'll do this version for about 2 flows. Drop your knees onto the ground. Inhale right here. Exhale, bend the elbows and come down halfway. Curl your toes into the ground, lift the thighs. Inhale, straighten the arms, up dog. This is a pose right here. Toes are curled, thighs are lifted. Press the hands into the ground and elbows are straight. Chin leveled with the ground and lift the crown of the head up. Nice. Inhale right here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take one nice long breath right here. Let it go out of your mouth. All right, let's do that again. Just a simple vinyasa to understand that second option. Inhale, come forward to plank. Expirez, vous déposez les genoux au sol, pliez les coudes, puis descendez à la moitié. Only halfway when you're in chaturanga. Good. Retroussez les orteils, soulevez les cuisses. Inspirez, chien tête levée. Expirez, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Readjust your hands, readjust your feet, pedal your feet if you need to, shake your head out if you need to. Looking forward towards your hands. Let's open the feet up about as wide as our mat. Working a little bit on jumps here. Bringing all the weight into our hands. Think about what we said at the beginning of class. Thumb and index, fingertips pressing into the ground, palms pressing into the ground. Take an inhale and bend your legs a lot. And exhale, frog's drum. Press into your hands. Try to clap your feet together. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, bending the legs. Exhale, press into the hands. Try to clap your feet together. Allez-y quelques fois comme ça. Just practicing, bringing weight towards the hands and helping you travel more lightly towards the front of your mat. And when you've played around enough, bring yourself back towards down dog. Option here, inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the legs. Try to jump quietly to the front or step, step. Notice if you can't jump quiet, practice on that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Arms reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, drop the knees, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Moving a little bit quicker now. Getting that heat warmed up. You're probably feeling warmed up already. Let's get into the trance of the sun salutations. Inhale, lift the heels up. Exhale, bend the legs, see it in your mind, float or step forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath right here, inhale. Let it go out of your mouth, exhale. Take a moment right here, maybe feel your heartbeat. And I'll give you a little bit of an option now for the next round. We're gonna go deeper and we're gonna do chaturanga. If you are jumping back to chaturanga, chaturanga pose is elbows bent. So anytime you're jumping back to chaturanga, you're jumping back with elbows bent. If you jump into plank, then bend the elbows, bringing a lot of pressure here onto your elbows. So just like jumping front, if you're not sure about jumping back, start with a step. Start with mastering chaturanga, and then move on to the jumping. All that stuff is all little fancy tips and tricks that we do, but the essential part of the vinyasa is breathing as you move. All right, let me meet you back in mountain. Let's do an inhale all together. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here. Options for your flow. You can skip a flow. You can always do the modified one. That's the one you'll see me doing a lot, just because it's a personal favorite. You can chaturanga, you can take breaks. Nothing is obligatoire. Just make sure you're breathing and moving. Inhale, lift your heels up. See it in your mind. Exhale, bend the legs, step or jump forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding on, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, sit back and down, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then quietly step your right foot in between your hands. Good, strong legs, squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, reach up for your lunge. Exhale, hold, ribs in, squeeze the thighs together, grow tall. Breath in, breath out, hands come down, step back into down dog. Moving a little quicker. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze it in and quietly step that left foot down. Inhale, arms reach up, lunge. Exhale, stabilize, squeeze and grow. Inhale right here. Exhale, hands down, step back into plank, chaturanga or down dog. Inhale, your back bend. And exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths. Feeling that heat inside our body. Continuously being guided by your breath. We're moving quicker, but the fuller, the slower, the more controlled your breath, the more momentum you feel, and the less tired you may feel. Look towards your hands. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the legs, step forward or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, arms reach up. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, sit a little lower. Straighten the legs, arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, like that. Inspirez, soulevez les bras. Expirez, asseyez-vous dans la chaise. Serrez les cuisses, inspirez. Expirez, plongez vers le sol. Inspirez à demi-remontée. Expirez, déposez les mains au sol, descendez chaturanga, votre version. Inspirez pour votre back bend, cobra ou chien tête levée. Expirez, Adho Mukha Svanasana, chien tête baissée. Inspirez, soulevez la jambe droite, little quicker now. Expirez le genou au nez. Inspirez, soulevez la jambe droite. Expirez, déposez le pied droit entre les deux mains. Inspirez, soulevez les bras pour votre lunge. Expirez, atterrissez. Inspirez ici. Expirez, déposez les mains au sol. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Côté gauche, inspirez, soulevez la jambe gauche. Expirez le genou au nez. Inspirez, soulevez la jambe gauche. Expirez, genou au nez. Déposez le pied gauche entre les deux mains. Sur l'inspiration, soulevez les bras dans votre lunge. Expirez, atterrissez. Inspirez ici, regardez vers le haut. Expirez, déposez les mains au sol, reculez dans la planche, chaturanga ou chien tête baissée. Inspirez votre back bend. Expirez, Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Take a nice inhale right here and let it go out of your mouth. Whew. Again, inhale. Out your mouth, exhale. Regardez vers vos mains, soulevez les talons, inspirez. Expirez, pliez les jambes, marchez ou sautez vers l'avant de votre tapis. Inspirez à demi-remontée. Expirez, plongez. Inspirez, asseyez-vous, soulevez les bras, Utkatasana. Expirez, asseyez-vous un peu plus profond. Soulevez les bras, redressez les jambes, inspirez. Expirez les mains au cœur. All right, we have one more just like that, and then we get to cool down. Let the trance guide you, let your breath guide you, and you take a break whenever you need. Meet me in down dog. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sit down, Utkatasana. Squeeze the thighs, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or jump back into your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Right leg up, inhale. Exhale, right foot in between both hands. Inhale, up towards your lunge. Going a little bit faster now. Exhale, hands come back down into downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot in between both hands. Inhale, lifts you up to your lunge. Hands can come onto your hips. Exhale, hands by your foot. Step back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last time, look at your hands. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your legs, step or jump forward. Halfway lift on your inhale, take a nice big breath in. And exhale, fold forward. Bend the legs, lift the arms. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, sit a little bit deeper. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. Bring one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Watch your breath. As we move quickly, we went a little bit slow, and we moved quicker and quicker. Slow down your breath, slow down your exhale. Maybe you feel a little bit lighter. Maybe you feel a lot warmer. Just observe those sensations. Bring yourself down onto your mat in a tabletop pose. Before we go on to Yin, let's go ahead and do a child's pose for a few moments. So option to have big toes together, knees apart. And if sitting on your heels is for quite a long period of time causes a lot of pain, just open up your feet, put a bunch of pillows, maybe some blocks, and sit onto your props. Option to extend the arms forward or have them back. Head can be on the ground. Vous pouvez faire des points avec les mains. Juste déposer la tête sur quelque chose. Now let your belly go. Relax every part of your body. And we take a little time right here, a few minutes in child's pose too. Almost like warn our body, let our body know, let our muscles know it's time to relax. Vous pouvez laisser quelques expirations passer par la bouche pour vous aider à retrouver un petit peu d'immobilité, de relaxation. And after a lot of moving around like that, especially in repetitive movement, you probably have parts of your bodies, maybe your arms, your legs, maybe throbbing, maybe calling out for some of your attention. Go ahead and notice which parts are a little bit more awake, which parts have a little bit more sensation. Or maybe you can really feel everything. Or maybe you're just trying to catch your breath. All good stuff. If you're all the way down onto the ground, just come up onto your forearms. Si vous êtes jusqu'au sol, juste remonter sur les avant-bras. And give yourself a little bit of a longer moment to transition out of this pose. And then when you're ready, simply press your hands into the ground, bring yourself into a tabletop. And then I invite you to move in whichever way that you feel you need to move. Donc, vous pouvez allonger les jambes si vous voulez. Peut-être faire des cercles avec les hanches, maybe some cat-cow, whatever you need. And go ahead and move around in whichever way you think you need to, or you feel you need to. And then when you're nice and satisfied, take your time, there's no rush. I'll meet you in a seated meditation. So the idea in Hatha of sun salutation is to literally awaken everything. So you may feel quite awakened, even after all that hard work. Your muscles may feel awakened, maybe a little bit tired, but more warmed and awakened. So now we'll take a few moments in meditation and we'll do the opposite breathing that we started with. Puis on va prendre quelques moments de détente pour bien se préparer à nos prochaines pauses. So this time, with your eyes closed, you're going to block the right nostril, bloquer la narine droite. You're going to inhale through the left, block the left, and exhale right. And repeat, block the right, inhale left, block the left, exhale right. Bloquez la narine droite, inspirez par la narine gauche. Bloquez la gauche, expirez droite. Bloquez la droite, inspirez gauche. Bloquez la gauche, expirez droite. And we'll continue like that for about 2 minutes once again. This time we're breathing into the moon side of our body. Le côté gauche, Chandra, the moon, qui gouverne le côté qui nous aide un peu à relaxer, pas un peu, à relaxer, à se refroidir, à se calmer. Donc des respirations de ce côté-là vont venir réveiller ce côté-là de notre corps, de notre mental, de nos sensations. And at the same time, practicing both sides of this breathing is a nice way to balance everything out in the body. Try to have every other part of your body nice and soft as you're breathing like this, bringing most of your energy into the breath. About 10 more seconds. And release. Hands down onto your thighs, simply breathing in and out of your nose without changing too much. Just notice your breath. Remarquez comment vous respirez, où se trouve la respiration. Peut-être c'est plus facile pour vous de vous concentrer maintenant. Bringing a much more calmer way of breathing now, less forced. Nice long inhales and exhale, but no ujjayi anymore, just soft breathing. Start to relax your thigh muscles, your toes and fingers, your teeth and tongue, even the skin behind your cheeks. Relax. And here we come into our yin practice. Slowly open your eyes. We're going to extend the left leg forward and just bend the right foot inside of the left leg. So I'm sitting onto my prop, onto my blanket to just help my pelvis be nice and leveled. If you don't have a blanket, maybe sit on a pillow or on a block. If you feel like your back is rounding and you have no props, just go ahead and bend your left leg. That'll give you a lot more lift here. So if I'm here, I'll kind of exaggerate it. If I bend my leg, naturally my body lifts. If you feel like you have a lot of space here, maybe stick some pillows or blanket, or just let it float. Don't worry too much about it. Relax that right leg, bring your hands on either side of your left leg and twist your belly and heart to face your left foot, left leg. Take an inhale, grow your spine tall. And exhale, just spider crawl your fingers forward, thinking of bringing your heart towards your toes. Maybe you go far, maybe not really. It's about 2 minutes here, so just take your time and explore. Starting to first let your body settle into this pose. Feel your bones relax. Feel your toes, muscles soften. And deepen your breath. Nice, soft, deep breaths. put on a more calming part of my playlist here. And you can, if you're having a hard time kind of relaxing into it, use your breath to help you. As you inhale, maybe straighten a little bit. And exhale, fold. Even if you fold 0.5 millimeter, it doesn't matter. Undulating the spine with your breath to kind of get you to soften. If you wish, for the last few breaths, maybe you try to spider crawl your fingers a bit further, maybe grab onto the inside of your ankle, outside of your foot, or you stay right where you are. With your hands on either side of your left leg, go ahead and walk your hands onto the ground to help you walk yourself back up. And then once you're back there, you can go ahead and bring your hands behind your hips. I'm going to bend the left leg so the left foot's on the floor. And you're going to bring your right ankle onto your left leg. Flex the toes. Maybe you feel it right here. Maybe you need something a little bit more. You can walk your left foot towards your bum, giving your right outer hip, your right hamstring a nice stretch here. Let's take a few breaths right here, letting the right knee open up, flexing the right toes. Right, if this is where you want to stay and where you're comfortable with, please, by all means, stay here. You're still getting the same stretch. We're going to come into double pigeon pose. And if you want to try it, and then come back here. If you're not feeling it for today, that's good too. So to come into double pigeon pose, right now your right ankle is on your left thigh. You're going to bend the left leg and bring your right knee over your left ankle. So it's ankle over knee, knee over ankle. And I want you to pretend that you're pressing both of your feet against the wall, just to make sure that you're actually flexing your toes. So you don't want to sickle them in like this. You want them to be nice and active here. And this could be perfect for you. And if you're kind of like me and you have a little bit of a space, maybe you can put some pillows or some blankets there, or just leave it. And if it's too much, this right here is a perfect stretch. Option to stay upright, and I invite you to stay upright just to bring your awareness to your back. And feel like if you're scrunching forward or if you're arching your lower spine, go ahead and try and straighten that as much as you can. And probably as you're straightening it, you maybe feel a little bit more of a deeper stretch, or no. And if you love this pose and you're used to it and you want to go a bit deeper, keeping your bum onto the ground or onto your prop, you can spider crawl your fingers forward. Try to keep that back nice and straight and that bum nice and firmly rooted into the ground. In whichever version, this feels great after all that sun salutation, all that vinyasa work, especially if you vinyasa all week, this will feel really good. Come into some nice deep breathing. The deeper the breath, the more relaxed your muscles are, the more oxygen they get, the more tension goes away. And if you're folded forward, go ahead and walk yourself up. And then whatever version you are, go ahead and bring your hands behind you and undo your legs. Extend them in front of you. Shake them out, point, flex, turn your ankles. Maybe you stay still if that's what you need. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Donc cette fois-ci, vous allez garder la jambe droite long. Vous allez plier la jambe gauche, venez porter le pied gauche à l'intérieur de la jambe droite. Si vous avez un espace ici, comme moi, vous pouvez placer des oreillers, des couvertures ou simplement laisser flotter. Tournez le ventre, votre torse vers votre pied droit. Prenez une inspiration, allongez la colonne. Expirez, marchez les doigts petit à petit vers l'avant. Pensez ramener votre cœur vers les orteils. Respirez profondément. Relaxez les cuisses. C'est d'ouvrir les épaules et de mener avec votre cœur, moins avec votre menton ou votre nez. Si vous l'avez fait de l'autre côté, vous voulez le faire ici, vous pouvez onduler votre colonne en respirant. Donc, les inspirations, vous redressez un tout petit peu. Les expirations, vous plongez. Si vous voulez marcher les mains un tout petit peu plus loin, peut-être vous attrapez l'intérieur de votre cheville, l'extérieur de votre pied. À l'aide de vos mains de chaque côté de la jambe droite, pressez les mains au sol pour vous aider à vous redresser. Une fois que vous êtes redressé, vous pouvez placer les mains vers l'arrière, à l'arrière des hanches. Pliez la jambe droite, déposez le pied droit au sol, puis venez placer la cheville gauche sur votre cuisse droite. Fléchissez les orteils, puis laissez le genou gauche tomber vers l'avant. Si c'est assez pour vous, restez ici. Ou vous pouvez marcher le pied droit un peu plus vers le fessier pour vous aider à retrouver un plus grand étirement, peut-être une plus grande sensation. Si vous avez fait cette version ici sur le premier côté, restez avec la même version. Sinon, je vous invite à essayer le double pigeon. Donc, on a la cheville gauche par-dessus le genou droit. L'idée, c'est de venir ramener le genou droit par-dessus, le genou gauche, par-dessus la cheville droite. Fléchissez vos orteils de sorte à pousser les talons de chaque côté. Si vous avez un espace comme moi, vous pouvez placer des couvertures, des oreillers ou des blocs. C'est assez de redresser la colonne. Peut-être pas être trop vers l'avant ou vers l'arrière. Trouver un juste milieu. Et puis, si vous voulez, en gardant les fessiers au sol ou sur votre accessoire, vous pouvez marcher les mains un petit peu vers l'avant. And then as we come into this kind of like slow, we're going to be holding poses. till the end of our practice. Observing the movement in the stillness. And it's subtle. Sometimes we spend 2 minutes in a pose and nothing happens, and then all of a sudden you feel maybe a click, a good click, not a bad click, or a movement or a shift in your body. So there's movement always in stillness, and there's always stillness in movement. And bringing them both together is just kind of opening up your awareness a lot more, maybe a little bit sharper, maybe easier to concentrate. And it gives you more potential in any kind of practice, whether it's more of a vinyasa or more of a yin practice that you like. Si vous voulez marcher les mains un peu plus loin, vous pouvez y aller. Attention à vos chevilles. Keep an eye out always on your ankles, making sure that they're nice and active here, no sickling. And then walk yourself back up en pressant les mains au sol. Redressez-vous. Défaites la prise de vos jambes. Allongez-les. And go ahead, and it's really up to you if you want to move your legs, flex your toes, point your toes, turn your ankles, or maybe just staying still is what you need. All right, with your legs long, go ahead and come down onto your elbows and forearms for a moment. Maybe here you press into the elbows to lift the chest, lift the heart, maybe even lift the chin up and back. A few moments of fish pose here, a nice little back bend. And if it hurts your neck to have the head back like that, just bring your chin level towards your chest. Si vous avez la tête vers l'arrière, ramenez le menton vers la poitrine. Puis déposez-vous complètement au sol. Go ahead all the way down onto the ground. Maybe let an exhale out of the mouth, a sigh. Déplacez. Pressez dans la tête pour replacer vos épaules. Press into your feet. Readjust your hips. And then just feel how nice it is to have the ground do all the work. Come back to that nice slow breathing. À tout moment que vous sentez que votre cœur qui bat peut-être un peu trop vite, si vous retrouvez votre respiration un peu moins profonde, relâchez quelques expirations par la bouche pour retrouver une respiration fluide, lente, complète. All right, let's do our last few poses here. Go ahead and walk your feet over to the left corner of your mat. And walking your feet onto that side, you're looking to keep both hips onto the floor. So if you have your right hip lifting, maybe you walk your right leg a little bit further away. Lift your arms up above your head, press into your head, and then walk your upper body towards the upper left part of your mat. You're creating like a banana shape with your body. 2 options for the hands. You can grab opposite elbows, or you can grab onto your right wrist with your left hand. And play around here with your neck. We're all made different, so some of us may like looking directly up at the ceiling. Maybe you're looking to the left, maybe you're looking to the right. It's nice about doing yin after a yang class. is that your muscles are working so much on strengthening, on getting stronger, on fast movement, that when we come into yin poses and we start opening up different parts of our bodies, sometimes the sensation is a lot more obvious, or our awareness is much more open, and we truly feel the poses at different areas in our bodies. So mind open here. Follow that line that you feel is stretching. If you want a little bit more, you can cross your right ankle over the left, still keeping that right hip onto the ground. Deep breaths in your right side body. If your right ankle is crossed over your left, go ahead and uncross and slowly bring your legs back to center. And bring your arms by your side and bring your upper body back to center. Give yourself a few moments here in neutral. Puis on va y aller de l'autre côté. Donc cette fois-ci, vous marchez vos pieds vers le côté droit de votre tapis en essayant de garder les deux hanches au sol. Donc la hanche gauche, si elle soulève, juste éloigner le pied gauche. Soulevez les bras par-dessus la tête, attrapez coude opposé, changez votre prise ou bien attrapez le poignet gauche avec la main droite. Pressez dans la tête, puis ramenez le haut de votre corps vers le côté droit. Créez la forme de banane ici. Jouez avec l'alignement de votre tête, puis choisissez un alignement qui est confortable. Il n'y a pas vraiment de place où on doit mettre la tête. Vous pouvez regarder vers le centre, vers la gauche ou la droite, comme vous voulez. Relaxez vos coudes. Puis respirez profondément dans le côté gauche. Si vous voulez un petit peu plus de sensation, vous pouvez croiser la cheville gauche par-dessus la cheville droite. Si vous avez les chevilles croisées, défaites le croisement, puis ramenez vos jambes vers le centre. Défaites la prise de vos bras, puis ramenez le haut de votre corps vers le centre. Let's take a few breaths right here, neutral. Pressing into your head to readjust your shoulders and into your feet to readjust your hips. Go ahead and bend your legs and place your feet onto the ground. We'll finish up with some twists before we go into our final resting pose. So just cross your right leg over the left, and let's make it an easy cross. So don't hook the foot or anything, kind of let it be free. Pressing your left foot into the ground, lift your hips off of your mat and bring them over to the right side and back down onto your mat. And letting the knees fall towards the left. And the idea here is to try to get your right hip over your left. And your right shoulder is going to lift. That's okay. Opening your arms up into a T or maybe cactus. Pressing into the back of your head. Trying to scoot your left shoulders out and bringing your right shoulder towards the ground. Melting the back of your ribs down. You can choose to look straight up, or if it doesn't hurt your neck or hurt anywhere, you can turn to face your right hand. And here, let's do some deep belly breathing into the space between your navel and your pubic bone. Nice deep breaths. Any areas here you feel like you could relax a little bit more, maybe your back and belly, thighs and toes soften. If your head is looking towards the right, go ahead and bring it to center first. Relax the back of your ribs towards the ground. A few more breaths right here. And let your knees come back to center. Unhook the legs. Bring everything back to neutral. A few moments at neutral to let everything untwist. Prochain côté, vous pouvez ouvrir les bras en T ou bien en cactus en angle de 90 degrés. Croisez la jambe gauche par-dessus la droite en la laissant molle, relax. Pressez le pied droit au sol, soulevez les hanches du tapis. Ramenez-les vers le côté gauche, puis ensuite déposez-les sur le tapis. Laissez vos genoux tomber vers la droite en essayant de ramener la hanche gauche par-dessus la droite. L'épaule gauche va se soulever, puis c'est correct ça, en pressant l'arrière de votre tête au sol. Basculez l'épaule droite vers la droite en essayant de ramener l'épaule gauche vers le sol. Pas de mouvement trop brusque, juste guider en cette direction-là. Plus de temps que vous passez dans la pause, plus que l'étirement ou le potentiel que vous cherchez se fait tout seul. Relaxez l'arrière des côtes. Regardez vers le haut, bien tournez votre regard vers la main gauche. Envoyez vos respirations entre le nombril puis l'os pubique. And if you're looking onto one side, bring your head back to center. Puis ramenez les jambes vers le centre et faites la prise de vos jambes. Ramenez-vous au neutre. Before we go into our resting pose, just bring your knees into your chest. You can hold on to one knee with each hand, or maybe give yourself a squeeze. Bring the thighs in towards your chest. Deep breaths into your belly. Nice long inhale. Exhale, stick out your tongue and exhale out of your mouth. Lion's breath. Let's do that again. Nice long inhale. Fill your belly with breath. Lion's breath on the exhale, tongue out. Une dernière fois, longue inspiration. Expirez par la bouche, tirez la langue. Laissez les jambes aller. Legs out by your side. And grab some blankets, a sweatshirt, whatever you need to be comfortable into your Shavasana. Les bras de chaque côté. Réajuster au besoin. And close your eyes. And we'll use our awareness just for one last moment. Awareness to help us fully benefit of a nice Shavasana. And release everything from the top of the head to the toes. With your eyes closed, soften your body. Bring all of your awareness to the top of your head. Feel the top of your head. And now relax. Relax your skull and your brain. Bring the awareness down to your forehead and face and relax. Relax the forehead. Relax the eyes, the skin behind the cheeks. Separate your jaw, release the teeth, and soften the tongue. That awareness down to your throat, onto your chest and shoulders, where you release deeper into the ground. Release any tension in the arms, elbows, wrists, hands and fingertips. Just let go. Awareness comes to your torso and back body as you just release deeper into your mat. Soften, let go. Come down towards your hips and lower back and release them even more. Let yourself be cradled by the ground. Thighs soften, kneecaps release. Lower legs, ankles, feet, soles, and your toes. Just relax. We woke up our heat, our yang. We balanced it out with some yin and prepared ourselves for the ultimate Shavasana. Relâchez, relaxez. I invite you to take a lot more time in your Shavasana, especially after this kind of practice. Go ahead and get all those benefits. And if you need to come out and when you're ready to come out, turn over onto your right side in a fetal position, taking some nice deep breaths there. And then bring yourself to a seat. And then one last time, just follow your breath, giving yourself a little moment of presence. I hope you enjoyed this Yin Yang practice and that you feel nice and balanced, maybe re-energized, recharged. I'll see you next week. Je vous souhaite une super belle semaine, un bon dimanche soir. Namaste tout le monde. Thank you. Merci.